San Antonio starts right now.
Hi, good morning. Happy back to school. Happy Monday. It is August 9th.
Glad you are with us. So many of you watching right now likely have had the COVID-19 vaccine. And if you did everything right and your provider did everything right, you got one of those little white COVID vaccine cards that shows when you got your first shot, second shot, where you got it, the dates, all that kind of stuff.
All that good stuff. But we have an article right now on our website, KSAT.com, just in case you lose that card. So don't worry. Yeah,
don't worry. Don't panic. What you're going to want to do is, and I've seen different variations of this kind of article around the country and on the web. But Mary Claire Patton from our digital team put this together. And it is basically a guide of what to do should you lose your COVID-19 vaccination card. It is not the end of the world. And one of the key things is the state can actually help you out.
Yeah. Here in the article it says in most cases, though, you can return to the site where you received the vaccine and request a copy of your vaccination card.
Retailers like CVS and Walgreens have vaccine info for patients on their respective websites. If you received your first or second dose at one of these retailers, you can create an account online and access your COVID-19 vaccination records.
And of course, like we were talking about, there's no need to panic if that option is not available. Her quote here says, what happens if that we record all your vaccinations in your electronic medical record that has a link to the state's vaccination registry.
And that was a doc from up in Illinois, but he was telling the Washington Post that because state health departments are issuing replacement vaccination cards. Matter of fact, in this article on KSAT.com, there are two links, one to the Texas Department of State Health Services, and they use the Texas Immunization Registry, also called MTRAC2, to keep vaccine records. But one of the best things you can do, and call me paranoid if you guys come back on camera, take a picture of your vaccination card. Just keep that handy in case you lose your purse or your wallet.
Because it has everything there.
It does.
It's a great idea. I did that too. Let's look at today's 9 at 9.
After an unusual weekend of Senate action, lawmakers took up the $1.2 trillion infrastructure plan, voting 68-29 to end debate. Floor speeches on the bill will take place today, with a final Senate passage coming as early as tomorrow morning.
A majority of Texas Democrats did not show up when Governor Greg Abbott opened another special session this weekend. This is a GOP's third attempt to pass new election laws in Texas.
The New York State Assembly's Judiciary Committee will meet today to discuss the possibility of impeachment for Governor Andrew Cuomo. This after a new report details his alleged sexual harassment of female aides. Assembly Democrats are confident they have enough votes to impeach Cuomo if he doesn't resign first.
The trial for R. Kelly is set to begin today. The R&B singer has been locked up in prison since 2019, awaiting trials in 4 separate cases. Kelly has pled not guilty to multiple charges of sex trafficking. The trial is expected to last about a month, with opening arguments starting next week.
The largest single wildfire in California history continues to burn ferociously. The Dixie Fire has already leveled an entire town, burning at least 400 homes and businesses. At last check, the Dixie Fire was less than 25% contained.
Oil prices are down in part thanks to rising cases of COVID-19 in the U.S. and elsewhere. Futures of crude oil falling nearly 2% Monday. Analysts also pointing to new restrictions on travel in China, the world's second largest oil consumer.
Apple is testing new software that attempts to match photos from Apple devices to the database from the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. If a user is flagged, their account will be disabled and authorities will be notified. The system is still in the testing phase.
Starting today, Amazon is requiring all 900,000 of its warehouse employees to start wearing masks regardless of their vaccination status. The move follows steps by a slew of other retailers like Walmart and Target to mandate masks for workers.
The Tokyo Summer Olympic Games have officially ended, with Team USA bringing home a total of 113 medals, 39 of which are gold. Tokyo now passes the torch to Paris, who will host the next games in 2024. The Winter Olympics in Beijing are just 6 months away, and that's today's 9 at 9. Steph, obviously I was on vacation last week. Ask me how many times I had to show my COVID vaccine card at the resort in Mexico.
Whoa, how many times?
None. I had to list the dates as I registered for my on-site testing because you have to have a test to come back to the United States. But that's all I had to do. And then they do the on-site testing at most of the resorts down there in Mexico, and they make it real easy. I think they had like a suite. They'd basically turn into like a sterile room for testing. Got the results back in like 24 hours. It was perfect.
That's good. I guess they have to make it more convenient, but it's good that you were prepared.
I was prepared. But yeah, they've got it down pat right now down in Mexico. Resorts super safe, super clean. Everybody's masked up down there as far as staff, and then that on-site testing is a convenience. So one less thing to worry about if you are going to travel.
Yeah, good to hear. And looking okay out there, 79 degrees, not too bad.
Well, it's a little cloudy right now. Those clouds aren't going to last. We'll see a lot of sun today. Temperatures are already warm. We're near 80 degrees. We'll be in the mid-90s a little bit later this afternoon. Let's get the satellite and temperatures. You see the area that's in the 80s, Port SA, the airport up to New Braunfels and Canyon Lake. And then as you go west, you do see some clearing. Temperatures are in the 70s there. 78 Bandera, 73 right now, Lost Maples. Pollen count is updated. Molds jumped up, 1,100. They're in the high category. Pigweed and fall elm also showed up today. Interesting that molds would jump, but there you go. There's the scene outside. Here's what to expect. We're going to see that heat index near 100 a little bit later this afternoon. Rest of the week, more of the same. Temperatures near 95, 96, and then a coastal shower or two is possible. In the tropics, we've got a developing system. I think we'll have Fred on our hands here very soon. We'll update you there in just a few minutes. Forecast again today takes us up to 96 for your high. A good breeze out of the south, 10 to 15 miles per hour. Updates on the tropics and a look ahead to the rest of the work week coming up in just a few minutes, guys.
Thank you, Justin. Taking a look at I-35 and Evans, still a slowdown there in that area, and things moving but a little slow there at I-35 and Schertz Parkway.
One of our top stories this morning, an apartment fire now, a crime scene after San Antonio fire crews find a man dead inside.
The San Antonio Fire Department got the call around 4 this morning. They got into the apartment on Dartbrook Drive to find more smoke than flames, but also at the time an unconscious man in a bedroom. So they performed CPR on that man but had no luck. He was pronounced dead a short time later. A neighbor tells us he tried to knock on that man's door after noticing smoke, but the door was already wide open.
Arson investigators and crime scene investigators showed up at the scene. No details on the man's identity or foul play suspected. We will keep an eye on this and bring you updates coming up on the news at noon and online at KSAT.com.
And it's been an exciting morning for thousands of kids here in San Antonio for the first day of back to school.
Oh, it's been fun to talk about all morning on the early edition of GMSA. Sarah Costa is back, joins us live from Hot Wells Middle School with more on what students and families can expect as we get the school year rolling again. Good morning, Sarah.
Good morning. You know, there's been a lot of excitement. I feel like that's what the atmosphere, that's the feel, the vibe I'm getting for students who are returning to school. We are at Hot Wells Middle School, a brand new renovated school opening for the first time. And I'm actually having the privilege to be inside an 8th grade language arts classroom with Miss Amber Gates, who's been awesome all morning long. So you guys are getting to know each other through a circle. Explain what you guys are doing.
Yes, ma'am. So what we're doing right now is a classroom circle. A classroom circle is a safe place where kids can share how they're feeling today and getting to know the kids.
Of course, we are live inside a classroom, so we're hearing these announcements go throughout the morning. But we are, so one of the questions you were asking the students earlier are if they're excited to be back in person or virtual. So we have Miss, hold on, let me wait for the principal to finish up real quick.
Let us know so we can get them the breakfast. Thank you.
Okay.
Fantastic.
Again, we are live in a classroom.
Exactly.
Okay, so it's Maddie and Jocelyn, correct? And what were your answers if you rather be virtual or in person?
Let me give them a talking piece.
Oh, they have to give a talking piece.
Exactly, yes.
I'd rather be virtual.
Virtual, why?
So I could learn more. I wasn't learning nothing in online school.
Oh, you mean you'd rather be in person?
Yes.
In person.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, what did I say?
You said virtual.
Oh.
It's okay.
It's okay, so you'd
yes.
rather be in person, so you're excited to be back. And then what about you, Miss Jocelyn?
I would rather be in person because we can get the proper help we need.
What was last year like for you guys going virtual?
I would hardly go. I wouldn't have the motivation to go on.
Do you
Be asleep.
do you feel motivated and excited to see your peers and to be in class with Miss Gates?
Mm-hmm. It's a new school.
It's a new school. And what about you, Jocelyn?
It's all right.
It's all right. Okay.
And you want to say something too in that circle? Go ahead and give the talking piece.
Would you rather be in person or virtual?
In person.
Why?
So I can work really hard on this school anyway. Yeah, I'm very nervous right now, but yeah.
And what is your name?
Jose Lanusa.
Jose. Okay, and then do a lot of you know each other or no? I know. All right, you know him, she knows her. So I think everyone's getting to know each other, and that's a point of these circle conversations.
Absolutely. So we get to know each other and build some relationships too. Not just know each other's names, but similar likes and dislikes and interests and things like that. And so it's great for the kids to get to know each other and for me to get to know them on a more intimate level as well.
And Ms. Gates, before we go, on your board it says use one word to describe how you are feeling the first day of school. So what is your one word?
My one word is excited. Excited.
Excited. Yes. I know earlier a lot of you guys said excited. One person said tired, but that's okay. We're all getting used to waking up again as well.
Absolutely.
But thank you guys. We'll let you continue, and best of luck to all those who are starting school today and throughout the next couple of weeks. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Sarah. And a new school is weaving and compacting a semester's worth of curriculum into a 2 to 4 week period.
SAISD's Evening Flex High School is a new instructional model aimed to accelerate the process of earning credits online and, of course, in the evening.
Alicia Berrera joins us live from SAISD's central office downtown and has more on the new school. Good morning.
Good morning. Well, SAISD tells me that this is a very tailored approach because they're able to keep a small student to teacher ratio. So that means, of course, students are able to get a little bit extra attention. And really, this program could be a very seamless transition for students as the classes will be held on Zoom. They're held twice a week during an 8-course period, and the big purpose to earn credits for those secondary courses.
Francisco Vega is a junior enrolled in not one, but 2 high schools.
During the day, I attend Sam Houston High School, and in the evening, I participate in Evening Flex.
Evening Flex is SAISD's newest all-virtual high school.
Evening Flex High School is a district-wide opportunity for students in 9th through 12th grade to earn credits toward graduation in an accelerated fashion.
So if they would like to complete the course in like 2 weeks or 4 weeks, they have the ability to do that.
The school district launched a soft start of the concept last January with 55 students, followed by a second session with 80 students.
This year we have around 35 and we're hoping to increase that.
And although completing a semester's worth of curriculum in a matter of weeks may seem daunting, teachers like Gabriel Gonzalez say it's possible.
They're only allowed to take one course at a time, so there's not that big struggle that they have during the day with all these different courses all on Zoom.
Evening Flex is all about organization, focus, and of course hard work.
There's that kind of excitement that they're achieving their goals kind of on the pace that they want to, and that feels really nice.
Well, the hard work and really the quick progression has really been proven to encourage students to keep going and to meet their goals because, of course, they're getting that extra credit or really earning that credit for those secondary courses. We know that Evening Flex High School will hold 4 sessions this year. So the reason why we're airing this today is because there's still time to sign up. The first step, if you are interested, have your student or you parent reach out to your student's home counselor. So again, at their high school, to their counselor, whoever they registered with, that's who they want to speak to. The first session kicks off in just a few days. The first night session is set to begin Tuesday, August 17th, and that's going to be from 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. Reporting live, Alicia Barrera, KSAT 12 News.
Thank you, Alicia.
And Alicia was going live there at SAISD's central office. So here's a list of some other districts going back to school today. That includes Cotulla, Edgewood ISD, Karnes City, Pearsall, Pleasanton, and South San ISD. So for more back to school coverage, you can head over to ksat.com/back to school.
Our first back to school Monday of many to come. Right now, 9:12, about 79 degrees, still ahead on GMSA at 9.
Most kids have their paper and pencils, but what about their confidence? We talk with a local pediatric psychologist for tips on making sure your child is mentally prepared to return to the classroom.
A real-life nightmare comes true for a man in Nebraska, all caught on camera. David has this story coming up in your morning headlines.
And welcome back. It's about 9:15. In your morning headlines, another police officer going above and beyond his duties, and an illustration on how dangerous the drug fentanyl can be.
It's unbelievable stuff. Plus, it's a nightmare come true for some folks, a flood in an elevator, and the president making an appearance in Orlando. Let's say good morning on this Monday to David Sears. Good morning, sir.
Here's the amazing thing. He's not really in Orlando.
Oh, he's not?
But he is.
Okay.
Okay. We're waiting.
Your interest?
Yeah, we are.
Let's start with a week of heroes. Take you to Dallas. You are watching body cam footage from police officer Daryl Zaitaki enter a house on fire. Right away, he came across a dog. As he cleared the first floor, you could see the smoke starting to get a little thicker. The fire was actually on the top of the three-story house. Zaitaki headed to the second floor. There were a couple of officers on that floor already. There was a man who had just woken up. They got him out. The officers started to really feel the effects of that smoke. They were coughing. You can tell it was just getting a lot thicker. Zaitaki headed for the third floor where there was another person in trouble, but it was just not safe for him to continue. The woman didn't make it, but one of the men who was saved had nothing but praise for that officer's effort.
We tried walking up the stairs, but at this time, you could barely see anything. You could feel the smoke, you could feel the heat, and we couldn't get up to that third floor.
Get out of there, let the fireman do it.
I thought he had a lot of courage to do that, especially to go up there and try to go in that room.
Yeah, that police officer took in so much smoke, it took a week for him to recover.
I'm Deputy David Fivey, and I almost died of fentanyl overdose.
Yeah, that is Officer Fivey collapsing right there from that overdose of fentanyl, just showing how dangerous and potentially deadly that drug can be. This is body cam footage of his partner giving him that drug that will reverse the effects of that overdose, literally saving his life. Fivey, a San Diego County Sheriff's deputy, was testing the drug to identify it while he was at the scene. He was following protocol, wearing gloves, but somehow enough of that powdery substance made it into his body and caused him to OD.
We always have someone else present when we're testing the drug. As you saw in the video, there was another deputy present. He had the presence of mind to have the naloxone handy and ready to go.
Fentanyl, 50 times more potent than heroin, 80 to 100 times stronger than morphine. All right, this is one for the books. Floodwaters in Omaha, Nebraska. Tony Liu and three friends trapped in an apartment elevator. They're in the basement, water rushing in. They are pushing all the buttons, calling 911. An ironic twist, Tony called his friend, who just happened to be one of the maintenance boys in that building. He and another friend rushed to the basement, ended up in shoulder-high water. Tony, who's 5'7", was in water up to his chin. He was fighting the door on one side, his friend fighting the door on the other. Finally got the door open. Everybody swam, literally, to safety. All right, now this is pretty cool. Disney adding the animatronic version of President Joe Biden to their Hall of Presidents in Orlando. The animatronic version of the 46th president reciting the presidential oath of office he took. The Hall of Presidents has been a feature since 1971, updated all along the way with all the new technology and new presidents. Look at that. That almost looks real, doesn't it? All the presidents down in there. That's pretty impressive.
What? I saw that as a kid, and it still, in many ways, looks exactly like it did when I was a kid. You know, they're all very, I mean, some presidential candidates or presidents can appear rather stiff.
Yes.
But were they talking?
Were they talking?
Were they talking and moving like President Biden?
President Biden appeared very active in his animatronic version.
Yes.
See?
Yes.
The technology has been updated.
It's updated.
Yeah.
To a degree. Yes, it has. Yes,
to a degree.
That's all I'm saying.
Thank you, David.
Thank you.
All right, 9:19, about 80 degrees out of San Antonio International Airport. It's another warm start today. We knew that coming into the first week of school for many districts.
Mm-hmm. It's going to be several more months before we can talk about cold fronts or any of that fun stuff. In the meantime, it is heat this week. That's going to be the big story, especially when it comes to that heat index. You look across the state, these numbers are fairly typical, maybe a little bit above to our north where they're going to see some triple digits. The heat index, though, up around 103 potentially here in San Antonio, 104 in Waco, 103 in Houston. You get the idea. In fact, it's so hot there across northeast Texas that there are some heat advisories in place, including Dallas, Oklahoma City, and includes some areas just north of Corpus there where the heat index is going to reach that advisory level. It doesn't here in San Antonio, but we get close. Regardless, you want to be careful if you're going to be outside for a long time. There's the scene outside right now. It looks pretty good because we've got some clouds that'll help keep temperatures in check for now, but not for very long. 81 degrees at the airport, 80 Kelly, 80 Randolph, and we've got a good southerly breeze, about 13 miles per hour. There's a look at the cloud cover, still fairly thick here across Bexar County, but we're starting to see some breaks out west. Sun is out in Uvalde, places like Leakey, Bandera as well, and that low cloud deck stretches up I-35. Temperature-wise, 80 in New Braunfels, 81 Stinson, 83 Cotulla, 82 out in Del Rio. Never got below 80 degrees in Del Rio this morning, so it is definitely warm there. Dew points are really high. This has just been a constant this summer. Dew points in the mid-70s right now here in town, so that's going to create that heat index that we're talking about. Rest of today, we'll see that the temperature climb to about 96 by 5 o'clock. Good breeze all day long. And going forward, not much changes. We've got a heat index up above 100 or right at about 100 through the end of the work week. Maybe a few coastal showers late in the week, but then probably not going to see any rain here in San Antonio. One thing that is interesting, though, we're going to take you out to the tropics. See this system right here? That looks pretty good, and it looks like this may become Tropical Storm Fred here within the next 48 hours. 70% chance of development within the next 48 hours, according to the Hurricane Center. Track would take it towards Cuba by the weekend. And we put on some of the spaghetti plots here, so right around Dominican Republic by midweek, and then potentially near Cuba and Florida by the weekend. After that, all bets are off. We just need to watch it. Could it move into the Gulf of Mexico? Yes. Could it move towards Florida? Yes. A lot of options here, and it's just one of those situations where we're going to have to wait and see. As of right now, we don't know if it will affect Texas. But if it does get named, it would be Fred. Grace is the next name, Henri, followed by Ida and Julian. Extended forecasts, 96 tomorrow, 96 Wednesday. I mentioned some of those coastal showers. That may add a little bit of cloud cover. I just don't know that we're going to see much rain out of that Wednesday through Saturday. And then by Sunday, there is a little bit of a pattern change, which would perhaps give us a shower or two. Temperatures would come down just a hair. We're talking about 94 versus 96. But hey, we'll take any little improvement, guys.
I agree. We'll take that 94. Yep. Thank you, Justin.
Yep.
923, still about 80 degrees.
And still ahead on GMSA at 9, one of the best restaurants in the nation lives right here in San Antonio. And Teachers HEB is helping you out with school supplies. A look at what's up on KSAT.com next with RJ. Welcome back. It's about 9:26. So a snake on the loose is now a social media star, and a San Antonio restaurant is named to an exclusive list.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. And attention teachers, HEB now offering a nice discount to get you ready for the school year. RJ Marquez live here in the studio. Talk about some of the stories trending on KSAT.com on this Monday morning. Hey, RJ.
What's up, guys? Happy Monday. Hopefully everyone had a good weekend out there. And we're going to start with snakes. Not the best thing to start off the weekend with, but this is a super interesting story out of the North Texas area. You guys might remember that venomous, dangerous cobra that just disappeared in a neighborhood. Well, there's no word on where this snake is, but it now has some social media presence. Good stuff here. Someone created a fake Facebook and Twitter account for the West African banded cobra that's apparently slithering its way throughout a North Texas neighborhood. The snake's username on Twitter is Grand Prairie Cobra, so make sure you go follow that. And its Twitter bio reads, "Just a cobra visiting and seeing the sights of Grand Prairie and North Texas." So the snake's profile has over 5,600 followers and counting. That's more than me, I might add. I've been working on my Twitter stuff for some time now. The snake's already got me beat. The snake has been gone since Tuesday, and animal care officials and neighbors are staying on high alert for this guy. So I don't really mess with snakes.
No, I don't either.
You're not alone there at all.
Yeah, and this is probably something that would definitely freak me out if I came across. But obviously someone's having a good sense of humor about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
and a great following.
Yeah, obviously. Okay, guys, from snakes to supper. Well, there really is no good transition there, but this is really cool. A San Antonio hotel is being recognized for having one of the best restaurants in the nation. So a website called Photo Travel listed supper at the Hotel Emma as the 10th best restaurant in the 10th best restaurant at a hotel in the country. So the site listed only its 11 best restaurants, and supper made the cut. So supper serves brunch, lunch, dinner, and dessert, and also, of course, serves its own signature cocktails. Supper is the only Texas location on that list. I've only been there for lunch. It's really good.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't
You guys been there?
Breakfast there, maybe. But I mean, think about it though. How many hotels have restaurants? This is pretty crowded field, and to come in 10th in the nation.
Yeah, pretty amazing
That's
stuff.
neat.
Good stuff.
I only see it running by. I see the people eating outside. I was like, I need to try that.
Yeah, definitely worth checking out and stuff. So, okay, guys, so last story here from our trending segment here. So the big news today, of course, kids are heading back to school, and HEB is offering an incentive this morning for teachers who are still stocking up on supplies. So any teacher who fills out an HEB form online by August 23rd, so that is 2 weeks from today, will be given a 15% coupon towards eligible supplies. The HEB website says the coupon will be valid through August 27th. So to receive the offer, you must currently be employed as a teacher, authorized homeschool teacher, faculty or staff at early childhood, pre-K, or K through 12 schools. Only one coupon will be available per educator, and the savings will max out at $50. We have an article on KSAT.com right now with some of the eligible school supplies, and we also want to remind everybody that we have an entire back to school section with everything you need to know about school starting back up. That is all on KSAT.com.
Hey, $50 is $50.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely. Especially as we were talking earlier, teachers have to pay this out of pocket, so
Yes.
it really does go a long way.
Yeah,
so yeah, hopefully you take advantage.
They really need it. I just went to meet the teacher this weekend, or Friday before school started today, and she was like, hey, you can take the extra pencils home. And I was like, no, you can share this for the classroom. And it looked like she was going to start crying. Thank you so much. They have to spend a lot.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you, RJ.
Thanks, guys.
It's 9:30.
Anxiety can be a huge hurdle for some students as they head back to the classroom. And next, tips from a local pediatric psychologist on ways you can help your child make the adjustment. It's been more than a year since some students have been back in a physical classroom, so this school year could be a bit difficult for kids to get back in the swing of things. We want to help make it easier. Today we have pediatric psychologist with the Children's Hospital of San Antonio, Dr. Elena Michelson. Good morning.
Good morning. I'm happy to be here.
Thanks for joining us. A lot of these kids, they haven't really been outside of their own bubbles, maybe this past school year in the summer. What can parents do to get them ready, as far as their behavior when they're going back inside the classroom?
Well, the best thing we would like for parents to do right now is probably take a look at their children's schedules. Since kids have been out of any kind of school over the summer and then out of regular school schedule for about a year and a half, we would like for them to work on things like getting kids back to their sleep schedules. Schools are starting, some are starting next week, and a lot are starting in 2 weeks. So we'd like for parents to kind of try to think of when their kids would need to be up in the morning for school and start looking at how much sleep their child needs depending on age and when they should start putting their kids to bed. Some families are still going on vacations, but even on vacations, you can start kind of putting a limit as to how late your child is staying up. Another thing is trying to get your child back to some sort of routine. When kids were in remote school or over the summer, kind of the concept of time went missing a little bit, and kids could do sort of all kinds of activities throughout the day. And we need to start getting them used to the idea that there's a schedule. And I think the teachers would really appreciate that we put them back on some sort of schedule. Every hour you do something different and your life becomes a little bit more rigid and time bound.
Yeah, all very important as we get our kids ready back for school. And what are some things parents should watch out for once their children start school? Maybe some signs that their child's anxious?
Yeah, we're going to worry about a lot of kids being a little bit anxious being at school. A lot have been out. I think my tips will probably depend on the age of the child. The little ones, it's kind of normal for kids transitioning to kindergarten to be anxious for a couple of months. So I always tell parents, you got to give them about 3 months to kind of get adjusted to kindergarten. It's the same with transition to middle school or high school. We give the kids some time because it's a brand new environment. But for many kids, it is a new environment, period, because they were remote. So for example, we have kids going to high school as sophomores for the first time, and they haven't been as freshmen. So if your child is going to a brand new school, I would say give them about 3 months, 2 to 3 months to get adjusted to the new place, to the new classroom, to the new routine. If they're still kind of struggling after that, if they have stomach aches, the night before school, if they're crying the night before school, if it's really hard to get them up in the morning and they're crying, they're saying they don't want to go, then your child is really struggling to transition. So that should become kind of evident sometime at the end of October, in November. And at that point, talk to the teacher, talk to the school counselor, see if there's anything that they can suggest to help your particular child, because every child is different. And if not, then talk to your pediatrician and ask for help and maybe a referral to a psychologist.
But normally, I guess, in the first few weeks, the first few months, it might be normal for a child to be a little anxious.
Yeah, especially after, kids being home for a year and a half, they're going to feel a little bit apprehensive. Most of them right now that we're talking to, because we've been seeing them for a while, they're pretty excited to go back. They've been seeing their friends. Some things you can do to help them is really just focus on the positives of school. Remind them how much fun it is to go to school, that picking out your outfit the first day of school, seeing your friends, buying all your school supplies, buying all your new clothes. And remind them of the fun things of school, being on the playground, going to lunch, joining clubs, trying out for athletics, those types of things, not just focusing on math and science and hard work. And that tends to be really, really helpful.
Well, we'll definitely keep those in mind, especially the fun stuff. I know it's very important also to keep that routine because, maybe in the summer, a lot of people, have been off the routine. And like you said, with people doing online school as well, the schedule wasn't the same. So we will keep all those things in mind. So much. Thank you. We appreciate you joining us today, Dr. Michelson.
Of course, anytime.
Let's go outside with live cam, and I'm going to bring Steph in real quick. How did it go this morning, sending Rooney off to second grade?
It went well. A lot of excited students out there, and she walked up the stairs like a big girl. I was so proud of her.
Fantastic. Justin's here with more on what to expect for the rest of our back to school Monday weather-wise.
I was sitting there waiting for the KSAT Connect picture, Steph.
Hint,
Rooney.
hint.
And you're working on it.
Still
right?
waiting.
Oops.
We want to see your back to school picture on the KSAT Connect. Don't forget, if you have time, I know you're busy this morning. There's a lot going on, lunches and getting the kids out the door. It's a whole process. But if you have time, snap a picture, send it in. We always love to see them. I want to show you the satellite picture. And really, there's not much to talk about today's forecast. A little bit of morning cloudiness. That goes away. We get mostly sunny skies this afternoon. There's the scene outside. Starting to see some blue sky already. Temperatures at the airport sitting at 81. The dew point is at 74. Thankfully, we do have a good breeze out of the south at about 13 miles per hour. Your forecast today takes us up to 96. It will be mostly sunny. Heat index up around 100. We'll have another look at the traffic. So I think that's kind of the important thing to look at today. Coming up here in just a few minutes, guys.
Thank you, Justin. Quick look. We've still got those slowdowns 35 and Schertz Parkway right now. Here's kind of another angle, 35 and Evans. They've still got some flashing lights. Things slow going, particularly in the lanes going away from this TransGuide camera.
A lot of traffic. And time now, 9:39, about 81 degrees out there.
A lot to cover in sports today. RJ and David are back to break it all down. We're talking gold medals, Team USA, maybe a Spurs Summer League, a little bit of everything. I won't give it all away. They'll have details coming up.
And welcome back. It's about 9:43. So Team USA brings home the gold, and 3 members of the Cowboys get their golden jackets.
It was a busy sports weekend, and we are only just warming up. David and RJ are back to break it all down. Good morning, guys.
Morning.
Welcome back.
Busy weekend.
Yeah.
Busy weekend. First, I want to congratulate Greg Popovich and Team USA for winning the gold medal. I did not realize that Pop doesn't get a medal.
Me neither. Good point. Yes, there were some players afterwards that were actually putting on their medals on Pop during some of the team photos and stuff. But yes, Team USA, despite some concerns early on, some losses there, they do get it done against France. This game was late Friday night. Kevin Durant really kind of saved the day there for Team USA.
Pretty much in every game, Kevin Durant pretty much.
Yeah, you could give Kevin Durant all the gold medals. Yeah, he really stepped up. And again, congrats to Pop and the coaching staff there. They get it done. 4th straight gold medal for Team USA.
So now Pop's got 5 NBA championship medals. He's got an Olympic medal. What else does he need?
That is the question. In fact, I think there was a reporter there who asked him something about, hey, when are you going to get back to the Spurs? And Pop said, I think jokingly said, well, sayonara.
Sayonara. What does that mean?
I don't know if that's an indication of anything, but I think that's Pop just playing around. And of course, a nice picture there with Patty Mills. He gets the bronze medal, first ever medal for Australia in men's basketball, Olympic medal.
But what does that mean?
Pop's talking in code? Are you kidding me? That's never happened before.
Who would have ever thought that? I know.
How does Becky Hammond work into that sayonara? That's what I want to know.
Yeah. We have not gotten any indication that Pop has any plans to leave, but Becky is right there. So, yeah.
But.
Oh, boy.
Just leave that hanging in the air.
David's just going to throw that out.
Leave that hanging in the air. All right. The Spurs playing in the Summer League. Last week they were in Utah.
Yeah.
This week they're in Las Vegas. I think this is last week was just kind of the warm up to this week for as far as Summer League goes, because they were playing like split teams and stuff like that. So this week, but there's several guys you want to keep your eye on. Josh Primo.
There he is, right there.
Joe Westcamp. Is it Weiskamp or Westcamp?
Weiskamp.
Joe Weiskamp. You got to learn how to say that guy's name right, because he's going to be shooting a lot of threes and making them. Weiskamp. Devin Vassell and Trey Jones. I mean, they got a roster here of about 15, 16, 17 guys, but those 4 guys are the 4 guys you really want to keep your eye on if you're going to be paying attention to the Summer League.
Yeah, try not to pay too much attention to the results. I think they're really going to try and let Devin and Josh Primo power there, try and get some run here. Not sure what Josh Primo will do when the regular season starts, but Devin Vassell is a guy that they're definitely counting on to be a big part of the rotation this summer and stuff. So yeah, it'll be an interesting summer league for the Spurs as they all kind of get to know one another.
Tonight, it's the Spurs and the Timberwolves. Tomorrow night, it's the Spurs and the Bulls. Thursday, Spurs and Hornets. Sunday, Spurs and Nets. And then next Tuesday, it's the championship of the Summer League.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, remember Becky Hammond?
Yeah,
the Spurs
Becky,
Summer League team.
Bringing it back to Becky. She did. She did lead them to a Summer League championship a few years back.
Got impeccable credentials there.
Yeah. Speaking of championships.
Never led a summer team to championship, I don't think.
Speaking of championships, Super Bowls, and all of that stuff. Big weekend for the Cowboys. Hall of Fame weekend. Drew Pearson, David. Your guy, Drew Pearson, finally gets in the Hall of Fame after a really
I don't know what they were waiting on.
Yeah.
But wasn't he the original 88?
He was, yeah.
And then
look at these highlights here.
Look at those. Now that was before Michael Irvin right there. And of course, the Drew Pearson play was the Hail Mary against Minnesota. I don't know if we'll see that one or not, but that's what it was.
Right. Yeah.
It was that Hail Mary. Yeah, that was the Drew Pearson.
That was NFC Championship game led to the Cowboys Super Bowl there.
And then they got some other Cowboys.
Well, Cliff Harris there, Crash Harris, he was part of that 70s team as well. And then, of course, Jimmy Johnson. That was the big one there. Troy Aikman doing the speech for Jimmy. And, of course, they always joked, right? His hair never got messed up. And so that's what Troy and Jimmy were joking about there. But big weekend there.
The best hair bust in the Hall of Fame right there.
No doubt about that.
I agree.
And by the way, if you didn't hear, not only is Jimmy Johnson going into the Pro Football Hall of Fame, but he's also going into the Ring of Honor.
Yes.
So I guess all the wounds have been healed between Judy and Jerry. And Jerry has said, you know what,
the guy 30 years.
Did win 2 Super Bowls for us. And basically, the one that Barry Switzer won was Jimmy's team, so he deserves to be in the ring.
Kumbaya for the Cowboys.
Yes. Yeah,
good stuff. They didn't say when he's going in, but they just said he's going in.
Yeah, that's true. David, RJ, thank you, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Go Spurs, go.
Yes, go Spurs, go. We'll check in with Justin now. Summer Spurs, in the summer heat.
Well, that was quick. So he asked you to send a picture to Rooney, and you immediately went to the KSAT app?
Stuff comes through.
Well, you made it happen, Justin. Thank you.
Yeah.
We appreciate it.
No, I appreciate you. Appreciate Rooney, too. She's heading back to school. First day of 2nd grade, right?
Yep.
Good picture, Steph.
Thank you.
Good framing, everything.
Oh, thank you. Well, Luis, not me.
Okay. Well, thanks to Luis. But we love to see these pictures. Your kiddos heading back to school. If you get a chance to snap a photo this morning, again, you can send it into KSAT Connect. Looks like it's being a little bit slow this morning. But, yes, please send them in. And good luck to Rooney today. Here's a look at the setup. We've got high pressure anchored off to our west and to our east. But it's not over top of us. It's not that big heat high that we've grown so accustomed to during the summers. With that being said, it's still going to be hot. It's still going to be humid. It still has some influence on our forecast. And looking at the heat advisories, there are plenty of them stretching from Nebraska down to Missouri, Louisiana, and down into East Texas, and even Parts of our area down to the south, Tilden, Beeville, technically under a heat advisory. We're kind of splitting hairs here on who's under advisory and who's not. The bottom line is it is going to be a hot, toasty day. We have some morning clouds. It's going to help with temperatures for now, but they won't last long. These will break up. We're already starting to see some of that. And we'll see blue sky and lots of sun later today. 81 current reading, 74 the dew point, southerly winds at 13 miles per hour and breezy. We'll continue to see some gusty winds into the afternoon. 84 New Braunfels, 85 Devine, 80 right now in Hondo. Still a few 70s out near Last Maples and Tarpley, and 83 down there in Cotulla this morning. Dew points in the 70s across the area, if not close to 80s. So this is very sticky air, and that's why there is already a heat index. 86 is what it feels like here in town. LaGrange already has a heat index of 103, which is just, borderline ridiculous, right? But we will see heat indices jump up close to 100, especially, if not over, especially down to our south and east. That's where I think heat indices could jump up to 105 this afternoon. 108 in Cotulla, 104 in Carrizo Springs. So that's close to advisory level. Be careful out there. Meantime, tropics. We've been talking about this most of the morning, but it bears some repeating. There is our next potential storm system, and it looks a little bit better. Just in the last couple of scans here of the satellite, you start to see some of that deeper thunderstorm activity right over the center. Chances of it developing 70% according to the Hurricane Center. General track takes it towards Puerto Rico, Hispaniola, and eventually Cuba. And the timing here, midweek, I'd say. And then by the weekend, we're talking about it moving towards Cuba and Florida eventually. And then the question becomes, does it move into the Gulf of Mexico? It is possible, but it's a little too early to say that just yet. Fred would be the next named storm. That's what it will become. And the chances are it will become Fred here next 48 hours or so, followed by Grace and Henri and Ida. Extended forecast. For us, just hot next few days, 96 Tuesday, 96 Wednesday. Could see a few coastal showers by the end of the work week, and then by the weekend, 94 Saturday, 94 on Sunday. Does look like we could get a little bit of a pattern change late in the weekend, which would help us get maybe a few showers and storms back in the forecast. Otherwise, it's very consistent temperature-wise all the way into the weekend, guys.
Back to the 90s. Thank you, Justin.
Yep. Right now it's 9:52, about 81 degrees.
And how superstitious are you? So are you brave enough to get a tattoo this Friday the 13th? If so, we have details on local shops that are offering some discounts.
Real quick traffic alert right now. We have an incident that is clearing right now, but two main lanes are closed. This is I-10 eastbound at the Y near the downtown area. Be advised, looks like hopefully they'll get this vehicle and trailer out of the way as soon as possible.
Yeah, be careful out there. So this Friday the 13th, coming up very soon.
That's right. And we've got 9 tattoo shops listed on KSAT.com that are running specials this Friday the 13th.
Yeah, so for about like $13, you can get a tattoo. Of course, they'll have all the rules there. Some of them Reflection Ink, Off the Clock Tattoo.
Also, Mr. Lucky's Tattoo, Live Through This Tattoos.
Bernie Tattoo Company, Por Vida Tattoos and Piercings.
Inkline Tattoo, Night Owl, and the Ink Retreat LLC. But all these details on KSAT.com. There's usually a tip and another little fee included.
That's right. So just check out our